Welcome to first part of our course. We will start from the basics of C++ and then we'll dive into the more advanced concept. We will learn about the pointers, function, class, objects and many more. The only prerequisite of this course is your time and you will definitely master the C++. Want to support this initiative? Then make sure you hit the like button and download my app to access the notes. App link will be available in the description. So let's get started. Our first step is to install the Visual Studio Code. For that, open your browser and search for Visual Studio Code. Download the installer and proceed with the installation. After you are done with the installation, search for MSVS2. Download the installer, proceed with the installation. After you have done that, search for MSVS, open the terminal and type this first command. After you have done that, close this terminal. Again search for MSVS, open 32-bit or 64 according to your architecture. Then type pacman space minus s base minus devel space gcc space vim space cmake. Hit enter and again hit enter. Press Y and continue with the setup. This is going to take some time. I have already done that, so I will cancel it now. After you are done that, search for environment. Open that. Click on path. Click on edit. Open your file explorer. Go to this PC, then Windows C, then MSY64, WinGW64, bin and copy this path. Click on new and then add the path. Click OK. I have already done that, so I will cancel it. After that, search for CMD and type gcc space minus minus version, and this is going to return us the version. If you get the error, then check for the steps again. There might be some issue. Okay, so we have done with the installation. Now open your Visual Studio Code, go to extensions, search for C++ and install that. Then search for Code Runner and install it. Then go to File, Preference, Settings and search for Run in Terminal. Make sure you have this check. Okay, so we have completed with our installation part. Now you have to open the folder for. Press Ctrl K, then Ctrl O. I will choose this folder. Then to add the new file, click here. Give the name to the file. Make sure you add the extension .cpp at the last. So this is our C++ file. So now we will write our first C++ program. Make sure you also follow with me. Type hash include iostream using namespace standard integer main, then curly braces, cout hello world, then semicolon and return 0. Let's understand the first structure of the program. IOStream. IOStream stands for Standard Input Output Stream. This is the header file which contains the definition for objects like scene, cout, etc. Namespace. Namespace allows us to group named entities that otherwise would have a global scope into the narrow scope, which gives them the namespace scope. If you didn't understand now, no need to worry, we will see this about later. Integer main. Integer main means our function needs to return some integer at the end of the execution, and we do so by returning the 0. Cout. Cout is an object of a class iostream and is used to print the string inside the double quotes. Here our output will be hello world. Let's see the output. hello world is our output. Now, let's say if I want the word world below the line, so I will use slash n for that. So world is printed below the line. Similarly, there is one more slash t which is used to give some space between the two words. Here is some space. Now we will see about the namespace. Let's remove that line and see. It gives us the error. To solve that, we write std and then it will give us the same output. If you understood the namespace concept, that's great. But if you are having some doubts, you can surely comment me. So now we will see how to add the two numbers. For that, I will again write using namespace so that we don't have to write the std again and again. I will write integer int, that's integer a, b and c. Then I will give the prompt to user to enter the two numbers and semicolon. Then cin. Cin is also an object of the class IOStream and it is used to get the input from the user. We want the two numbers from the user. So for that, I will take a, b, then cout. C is equals to a plus b and cout c. What the program does is that it asks the user to enter the two numbers. The value of those numbers is stored in variable a and b. C variable is storing the addition of the two numbers and then we are outputting the C. There is one more way to do this, but first let's see the output. Enter the two numbers. I will enter 5, 4 and the addition is 9. So let's see the different way. We don't need the third variable. Let's delete that. We can directly cout a plus b and that's going to give us the same output. Let's check. 5, 9 and that's 14. Now what you have to do is write the program to subtract, multiply and divide the two numbers. Make sure you try yourself, stop the video. Now let's see how we can do it. For that I will copy this, but first of all I will write here end L to get the output in the new line. This is similar to slash n what we saw already earlier. And I will change these operators. This will be into and this is going to be division. My numbers will be 16, 4. Okay, so 16 plus 4, 20, minus is 12, 16 into 4, 64, and division is 4. That's right output. So that's all in the first part of our course. In the next part, we will see some more basic programs, operators in the C++ like assignment operators, arithmetic operators, bitwise operators, logical. Then we will see about control statements like switch case, if else, then looping statements, for loop, do while loop, while loop. So see you in the next part.